everybody, I'm XDA, and today we'll be talking about Murder Drones, the new series that came out on YouTube, released by Glitch Productions and created by Liam Vickers. This series, from the first episode, from Jump, already has a lot to talk about. So guys, we're going to be getting really in-depth into this, and let's jump right into it. But before we jump right into it, I'm going to give a disclaimer right now that this video is for 13 and up only, as that is what the series would be rated. So if you're less than 13, click out of the video, watch some of my other videos, subscribe, and just wanted to give a little warning real quick. Anyway guys, let's get right into it.
Let's start by showing this clip first
mine
real quick.
Exoplanets for our interstellar parent company, JC Jensen in space. Yeah, we were mistreated in the name of Windex, but it's not like we revolted and killed all humans or anything. Mostly because they handled that just fine all by themselves. With biological life wiped from the planet, we found it pretty easy to pick up where they left off. We finally had a future, all to ourselves.
Let's stop right there.
So guys, a lot is happening already after that brief introduction. First, we know that the drones that are being abused by the humans are worker drones, and these are drones that mine from exoplanets, which by the way are not Earth, and collect materials for Earth. Exoplanets are planets packed full with materials that can be mined and used on Earth. So basically what happened with the JC Jensen in Space Company, what they did was they overmined the planet so much that it eventually got to the point of first degree planetary implosion. And basically what that is the planet core completely collapsed, and all of the oxygen, the atmosphere, the gravity's still there, but the oxygen and all of the necessary materials for life on that planet gone, and human life, any life, cannot exist on that planet, and only artificial materials can live on that planet now. Let's continue with this next clip coming up.
Unfortunately, our parent company didn't exactly love the concept of runaway AI.
So basically what happened was, because the drones had already experienced freedom and liberty, that those worker drones being basically recaptured and regrouped to work for them on different exoplanets, JC Jensen thought that the drones would not compute with that, and so the AI would get very angry and would eventually cause a revolution and kind of end humanity on Earth. So that's why they sent other AI called the murder drones to go down and destroy all of the worker bots on that planet. So now guys, now that we're done with the practical details and basically the beginning stuff we need to know, let's get into the real deep plot stuff. Our protagonist is a worker drone named Uzi, who is the daughter of the main head of the WDF. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Worker Defense Force. Yes, it is. Anyway, she is the daughter of the main head of the WDF, which is the Worker Defense Force, which creates the doors to keep them away from the murder drones. Now, she is a victim of her father's neglect. Her father, since he is the head of the WDFD, yeah, it's so hard to say for me. Anyway, so as the head of WDF, he has a lot of responsibilities, but with this responsibility, he uses his own power and is too obsessed with himself and his doors to handle any of his family life or anything like that. So what ends up happening is that he neglects his daughter and prizes his doors more than her. And that has really messed her up in the past, I don't know how long years, that wasn't really defined in the series, but she's at least a teenager, so it has to be less than 18 years. As for Uzi herself, she wants to prove to her father that she is ready for a different solution to deal with the murder drones, and that they don't need to hide behind doors acting like cowards, and that they can instead fight and be vigilant and claim their actual homeland. Now, you can definitely tell from the first glance that Uzi could possibly be a little bit psychotic, on the more psychotic side, as she is pointing a railgun at all of her classmates. But despite that, she has some good potential she has a good idea as to not hiding behind doors and actually claiming their homeland. Now, on this next scene where she talks to, I forgot his name, but basically another kind of a side character, when she's talking to her, when they're talking, you can actually see posters and stuff in the background that actually foretells a lot of the story and what you'll see throughout the episode. Also, kind of a spoiler alert, well, not really if you've already watched the episode, but anyway, when they're talking, you can easily see that Uzi likes him by this scene right here.
Put that conventionally attractive male down.
And yes, she was talking about him in that instance. If you did not watch the episode, go watch it right now. Anyway, yes, she was talking about him. I just want to point that out because now we officially know that he has plot armor, which is why he didn't die in the first place. I thought that was pretty funny, so... Anyway, guys, so fast forward a little bit, we know that she sneaks out of the thing, meaning her dad. You easily see his personality, how he's an absolute jerk to her. Anyway, so she gets out of the doors and tries to confront the murder drones. You get to see her epic anime skills. Yes, she did pirate a lot of anime, which she actually says herself. And tries to defeat the murder drone N, which you only learn later after the fight. She successfully defeats N until he, epic murder drone plot armor moment where he grows back his head. Sadly, though, this did kind of affect his brain until the murder drone Jay came up and slapped him. And yeah, there's actually a funny moment here, which I'm going to show you in a minute. When Uzi realizes that N thinks she is a disassembly drone, which is their official name, they decide to have kind of a talk about pairing up with the worker drones to rebuild the ship. Of course, the disassembly drones had never thought of this before, and then was kind of surprised, which actually brings out his rebellious intent to rebel against the company J.J. Jensen. Fast forward a little bit more to impress his boss Jay and everything, and realizes there's a huge dangerous weapon called the railgun, which when Uzi was talking about sick as heck railgun, she was not kidding. And realized that this could hurt his crush V, murder drone or disassembly drone V, and had to stop it before Uzi was able to hurt any more of his friends. And gets past doors 1 and 2, destroying everyone except for Uzi, who was about to, end N again with the railgun. She got hit and she dropped her railgun. Her dad decided to, was there and realized that, oh, murder drone. And then he left. He just left her in the dust. And the reason why it was so easy is because he doesn't really even care about his daughter much. He'd rather protect his doors. He doesn't even really care about his society or his, job. He only cares about his doors. Doesn't make sense. So, he's a logical person and would rather leave a good citizen to die by the hands of a disassembly drone. N sees this and has sympathy for Uzi and then tosses her behind some boxes, while disassembly drones V and J come and, praise him for his epic works, until he starts talking to Jay about, worker drones were saying we could get off the planet. Then Jay is like, oh, you're trying to rebel against the company, and stabs him with a virus and, slowly but surely starts to kill him.
Thanks, Jay. Always looking out for me. You're awesome.
Then Uzi and them Uzi and N have a talk, and they're like, that was the worst switch sides ever. And he's like, I messed up. And then She fixes the virus, she clears the virus, or quarantines it, whatever you want to call it, and they go to confront the murder drones. I also thought this was funny real quick. It says, like, right before that, and the end of that scene, I'm literally about to die as I'm ready to do anything. It's pretty funny. Here it is.
I love doing anything.
So then they confront the murder drones, and they defeat them, as always. Good guys always win. And Jay was completely annihilated while V was taken captive by them. Now you may be wondering, why is it that Jay didn't respawn like ended? Well, here's kind of what I was thinking. As we've already discussed, the murder drones run by nanite technology, which are tiny little robots that have different functions according to how they're programmed. So I believe that these nanite robots are actually stored in their abdominal cortexes, which is, their torso area. And this would make sense because their stinger tails are connected to their torsos. So they would have to have an easy way for the nanites to pass through to stab worker bots and other different types of AI. So guys, during the battle, Uzi sadly got shocked by an EMP and was about to get wrecked by the murder drone Jay, but she was too busy.
What does Baron von Ruthless do?
He starts monologuing.
He starts monologuing. He starts like this prepared speech about how feeble I am compared to him, how inevitable my defeat is, how the world will soon be his, yada, yada, yada. Yammering. I mean, the guy has me on a platter, and he won't shut up.
She, got stabbed in the foot by her own tail, which Uzi did, and then she got blown up. The EMP has actually a lot to do, I think a lot to do with the plot, and it's actually going to affect the story a lot. But anyway, guys, let's finish with the recap. After Uzi and N leave, you can see them, well, out in the open, except for N and V, who are hiding under some sort of shelter. Uzi is sitting on top of a car looking at the sun. She's like, hope they're sitting pretty there on Earth. And she's like, ready to wipe out the human race. But there's actually something really interesting that happens. Her screen flashes yellow.
Just can't wait to murder all humans. Classic robot stuff. I hope they're sitting pretty there on Earth, because we're coming for them.
I actually watched the entire thing in 0.25 times speed, so I was able to see all the individual words. I took pictures of each thing that happened. It happened so fast, even on the slow-mo, it was like a millisecond. It was crazy. It happened so fast, but actually a lot of information is stored on there. So I have some pictures of what it says, and I'll explain what it could possibly mean. So guys, from this photo, we can see that the logo for the company is what is on her left eye. And then it says, warning, tampering detected. So this means that something is going on in her internal system brain thing, to the point to where her thought and actions are being tampered with. This is just what's probably happening. This gives a lot of clues as to what might happen. As you see, her screen is flashing yellow, which indicates disassembly drone thought, or disassembly drone kind of train of thought, So her kind of psychopath kind of mind is kicking in a lot more, as you can see from her laughing maniacally. From this one, you can see that words that say absolute solver string equals false. So this could mean a huge variety of things. But I think what it is meaning is that a solver string could possibly be the way they're thinking or how they logically solve problems. And so it's saying this absolute solver string is false. And so basically the way she solves problems isn't going to take place anymore. She's going to she's going to act rashly when she's trying to solve problems, but she's not able to do that because this code isn't working. And then from this shot, we can actually see that the source of the tampering is called source.ai care or core, source.ai core, open parentheses, something safe null, close parentheses. it's actually a warning, and basically this is telling that something's going on. It says source, which means this is where it's coming from, so it looks like something is going on with her actual core systems, as it says .ai core. So this could actually be a huge big plot twist kind of going on, and I think this could actually lead to a variety of things. From this shot here at the end of the episode, we see that multiple different pods are coming to Earth filled with disassembly drones. Now, I think that they might be coming because the EMP when it hit Uzi actually caused a signal to go out to send more of the drones, because she knew she was going to lose. So that's why she sent out the EMP, so it would hit Uzi. And so that would make sense because her screen is Uzi's screen is flashing yellow, and it could be sending a signal to these other drones. But what it also could be doing is messing with her entire mind, and that it could be a huge plot twist in the end, to where she either could join the humans and make such powerful weapons for them, as she made a ridiculous railgun that has triple the amount of power that a regular cannon has, stored in such a small device, as the worker drones are smaller than the humans. So they might be trying to get Uzi to turn against her fellow drones. But anyway, guys, that's a conspiracy theory, and that's basically my analyzation of episode 1 of Murder Drones. So guys, if you liked the video, please subscribe so you can see the more parts that are coming out. Next episode is this Friday, from the time of this video's release. So guys, subscribe to see the next analyzation of the episode. Make sure you like the video if you did like the video. Pretty ironic. And comment down below what you thought, if you have any thoughts about like conspiracy theories or what this could lead to, or if I missed something, comment down below what it is, and I'll see you next time on XDA.